Hey, it's Fox from Inferno Fox Gaming, and we're talking about the games that I did not finish thus far. This is going to be a little bit of a different one, sort of like a games I'm playing, except really not. As of the recording of this video, it's 2025 and currently in October. What a heck of a year, especially the current time frame for upcoming and soon to be and currently releasing video games. That being said, there's been a few recent and not so recent games that have come out within the last year that I've played, tried, and just could not get into for each of these three games I'm going to talk about for very, very unique reasons. So enough waffling, let's jump into it, and I'm going to start off with Cyberpunk 2077 for the Switch 2. Now, this, as well as the other two games that I'm going to run through here, do not regret my purchase on this at all, because I wanted to show Nintendo that I support physical games on cartridge versus game key cards. Nintendo, if you're listening to me, or your third-party developers are complaining about the read speeds, then just do what Sony does. Put the full game on the cartridge, install the game from the cartridge onto the Switch 2, and just do it that way. Requiring an internet download sucks, but oh well. That was a big reason why I downloaded this. Plus, this game was a hot mess when it originally released, so having a complete copy, literally containing the full DLC, something that the PS4 and Xbox One type systems didn't have or support yet. The Switch 2 does. Very cool. Though I heard it doesn't run as well on the Switch 2. Again, that's not why I bounced off it. I'm really weird where I like to identify with the characters that I am playing as. I like to find something that's likable about them, some sort of aspect that maybe I can identify with. I can't do that with the main character here, V. And I run into this with any and every single Grand Theft Auto game. I just can't identify with that character. And I even tried to do that with the Yakuza series. I also bounced off Like a Dragon as well. That's not the second and third game, but it's for that reason. It's like that criminal underworld element that maybe it's just too real. Yes, I get that this is in like a literal steampunk or sci-fi world, but it's a little too real, especially to where this world's at and where we're headed. And maybe that's just something that I'm just it doesn't really resonate or vibe with me. The gameplay on this though was great. The gunplay is fantastic. I think there was a couple stealth elements that I just really didn't care about as well. But I maybe I'll come back to this. I'm not quite too sure. I'm not gonna force myself. But yeah, that's the first one that I bounced off of. The second one, I gave this the old college try, and this guy right here, Black Myth Wukong, this is probably the fifth of the six games from 2024 Jeff Keighley's Game Awards that were nominated for Game of the Year. Played 5 of the 6 of them since the beginning of this year. This is the only one that I did not actually beat. I beat all the other ones. Not gonna do Elden Ring's what is that, Night Rain? And I think that's the newest multiplayer thing. You know what I mean? The Elden Ring DLC. Let me know in the comments section below the name of that, or don't. Not worried about it. Not gonna play that because I'm not a huge Dark Souls fan or Souls-like fan. This is not a Souls-like. For whatever reason, I could not get into this. Again, it is not a Souls-like, but it has that sort of what is it, like cycle of gameplay where there's bosses and large enemies that you fight, and you have to have the specific method of fighting them to they have patterns you identify, kind of like what all the Souls-likes have, although sometimes they throw you for a loop. And the main character does a good job of responding with attacks, but there's no there's no like defensive thing. I don't really remember there being a parry. There's a roll, but you can't like guard or anything like that to like, not, I guess, like tank a hit. But yeah, nothing like that. Beautiful game, and it runs extraordinarily smooth on my standard PS5. So just overall, I enjoyed the time, but I just couldn't really get past that whole first larger area of chapter 1. I mean, what do you hear? Get good all the time. I mean, I did just beat Act 3 of Hollow Knight Silksong, and that last boss lost. I'm not gonna fill in the blank there, because that could be a spoiler in of itself. Beat that game. It felt, of course, you feel really accomplished, but like Hornet, the main character in that, moves so smoothly, and it's of course a Metroidvania that speaks to me and my own like preference and everything. This really wasn't like that, and it's got that whole tree of abilities that unlocks. Maybe I just get so lost in the woods on that. So yeah, that bounced off of that as well, and the music wasn't really anything that really garnered or caught my attention. Yeah, so wasn't really not thrilled about this, but wasn't really too excited. But those last two, hopefully I've done a really good job of explaining why I bounced off of that. This last one will probably piss off some of you JRPG fans, and I know I'm pissed about it, but probably not for the same reason as you, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles X. I bounced off of this for a couple of reasons. One of them was that I joined a Discord for a group of individuals that I really like and support, and I tried to join them to be able to, because they were doing like group events. They were just like totally non-responsive to have me join. So like the whole community aspect, I kind of felt left out on. So I mean that's kind of a bummer, and I felt like everybody was within that larger community was sort of mainlining the game. I'm hoping that they took the time to enjoy it. It kind of, again, sort of felt left out on that, and that's a bit of a bummer. But the big thing, the big reason why I ended up dropping this is that it's temporary. It's temporary because I got this when this came out on the Switch in March, with the hopes that, with the Switch 2 coming out and they're doing all these Switch 2 editions and doing all these upgrades for like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, we gotta be getting some Xenoblade upgrades, right? For 1, 3, and X, but especially 2. I mean, 2 and X really, I think, could probably use that the most. This is a relatively new game. Again, I'm saying that like it's new because it came out March this year. Yes, I know it's a remaster or even port of a Wii U game, but if we got a Switch 2 version of this where it up-resed everything, made it ran even cleaner and quicker and just everything like that, I would probably jump right back into this. Out of the 3 games, I would jump into this. I could probably see myself jumping even back into Cyberpunk at some point, not Black Myth Wukong. I don't see myself getting back into that. I'm not going to be getting rid of Black Myth Wukong anytime soon because I enjoy having the full physical copy, and I think that sort of means something. I don't really just collect games just to collect them. I usually like to collect games that interest me, and this is interesting, and I like it. I just, after playing it, I know it's just not for me. It's kind of like Resident Evil, how I've mentioned that before, where I'm a tertiary Resident Evil fan. I've tried them. I just can't get into them, but I like the series because of what it's done for Capcom. My partner really likes them, and just the story and just the fun factor of it. I just like that aspect. So that being said, those are just 3 of the games that I wanted to talk about briefly that I dropped. So these 3 are since the beginning of December. That's how I usually cut things off, because I always like to work on like top 24 and 2024 video for last year, where I rank all the games that I played. That cutoff was December. So since December of last year to now, as of the recording of this video, I've played a total of 42 video games that I haven't played before, and out of those 42, that's it. Just these 3 that I did not beat and that I either set aside or decided, I think I'm good. So let me know in the comment section below your guys' thoughts on this and what games you guys might have had to drop. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and see you again soon.